This is Maury of Yasharal. I have a question. Is March into April the first biblical month? I want you to go into the Bible, see if you can find March or April. In the Bible, the month is Hadash. What does that mean? It's a moon phase. 1/2 of a seventh part, which equals 1/14th part of light, and our whole circumference is empty without light, except for that slither of light. And when you see it, it constitutes for you the first day of the lunar morning. There is no solar calendar in this book. Only with the Gentiles. How do they continuously stay in March or April? They add months to the calendar. Are you following the moon if you're adding months to the calendar? They fed you a delusion. Now check out this illusion. Look, 12. They added a 13th month. They intercalated, that means weaved 30 more days into month 12, which means month 12 in all actuality has 60 days. Can you look for that in the Bible? See if you can find anything that tells you to do anything like that. Come down to the bottom. Aviv Barley Report positive. Reports during this intercalated 13th month. You see, they weaved 60 days into the 12th month, making it a 13th month. Then you come to your first month. Is that how time works? Well, in religion, that's how it works. But we don't have a religion. We have laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments. You have to go to the book, and I want you to look for something. Look for a statute that says, if the barley harvest is not right, or if the moon moves away from the sun in the amount of 30 days, you are to intercalate. You are to add. You are postpone your time to another month. Look for it. It has several clear reports of Aviv barley now being ripened, which makes the next renewed moon the first confirmed month of the year. They're feeding you science fiction. They're feeding you a delusion. None of these things are in the Bible. But if you go and check, you will see. Now look on the bottom, they fed you a whole bunch of scriptures about barley. I want you to go through each of them and see if it says, if the barley harvest is not ripe, if it does not look the way that it states in all of these sentences, that you are to add a 13th month. See if you find it. Now, does the book tell you that you cannot add a 13th month? Yes. B'madbar. You would say Numbers, chapter 9, verse 13. But the man that is clean, what does that mean? Well, they were about to celebrate Passover in the wilderness. A man came to Masha and Aharon and said, I cannot participate in the Passover because I am unclean by touching a dead body. Masha and Aharon had never had this case before, so they took it before Yahuwah. And Yahuwah answered them and said, if a man is unclean by the reason of touching a dead body, then he added another clause, or was on a journey afar off and could not get back home on time, he can forbear. He can move to the second month to keep the Passover. Okay. 13. But the man that is clean, listen to the statute, and is not in a journey. Is that you? Have you touched a dead body? Are you not on a journey afar off and couldn't make it home on time? And forbears, postpones to keep the Passover? Indeed, the same soul shall be cut off from amongst his people. You cannot move to another month for any other reason except you touched a dead body, or you were on a journey afar off and couldn't make it home on time. They fed you science fiction. Okay, let's see why you're going to be cut off. Because he brought not the offering of Yahuwah in his appointed time. Brother Daoud, we don't have an offering. Yes, you do. Yourself. All you have to do is show up at the appointed time, and Yahusha HaMashiach will carry out all of the pertinent rites on the new moons, the Shabbats, and the feast days. Your attendance and obedience is required. That man, the one who moved to another month to keep the Passover, shall bear his transgression of what? The law. What will you follow? The Jews? The Israelite brothers? People teaching on the internet? Or will you follow Yahuwah? This is Yahuwah's command. You're going to follow man's command? Do you think he's actually going to adjust his time to come to you? You have to come to him. This is why he sent me, because you have forgotten. And all the children of Yasharal will forget and will not find the path of years. Why? Too busy following these Gentiles. They're going to forget the new moons, the Shabbats, the feast days. They're going to twist the time and come to a day that is an abomination before Yahuwah. If you find yourself in March and April this year, you and your celebration is an abomination before Yahuwah. You have been forewarned. Shalom.